Hi, Sexy. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so excited about having you here. I'm Dr. Limor, your friendly sex and relationship counselor and therapist. This is Anti-Aging Sensuality. And again, thank you so much for sending your valuable questions. I'm so excited about them. They help me really kind of focus on the things that matter to you. And I'm very grateful for them. So let's jump right in. And today's question has to do with our genetics, which I'm very excited about because I have so much to say about it, and I'm so excited about sharing my perspective and the general perspective about this. So the question was, what can affect our aging and sexual or overall physical appearance and function, or is it simply our genetics? So wonderful. Thank you so much, Jonathan, for this wonderful question. So I want to talk about epigenetics. In a nutshell, we're talking about that our genetics don't really determine everything. So genetic determination is actually off the table. And with the appearance of epigenetics, we understand that most of our function and most of our distribution of our cells, of our genetics, or their functionality or their expression actually is happening outside the cell and is affected by everything that is happening around us, whether it is our interactions, our experiences, our connections, and our relationships. So that's very good news. And for that matter, I want to bring you a study that was conducted in Ohio State University. And that study took a group of 30 couples and applied a small suction blister on their skin. And after this small suction blister was applied, the couples were asked to go and have a neutral conversation, not about something that they disagree about or something that they are excited about, but something very neutral. They had this conversation and were sent home for 3 weeks, in which the researchers actually followed the healing of this wound that they created. After these 3 weeks, they were invited back and they were asked to have a half an hour conversation about a topic that they actually disagree about, that they don't like, they have different opinions about. And again, the blister was followed for 3 weeks regarding the healing of the wound. What they found was remarkable, because you can't even imagine that a simple interaction with your partner or your loved one can actually affect something like wound healing. But they found that a marital strife or a disagreement actually slowed down and depressed the expression of the proteins that have to do with wound healing. And in the couples that had a fight that was over the edge, or with insults and put downs and things that have to do with more than disagreement, the depression of these proteins went down to 40% less wound healing that they had in the couples that had a simple disagreement. So in general and overall, of course, the two factors that were examined, the remarkable wound healing that was much faster in the group that initially just had a neutral conversation, comparing to the same group that later had a disagreement, was remarkable and different and very influential of their interaction. What this tells us is, first of all, the good news is that we're not genetically determined and we can actually make a difference. But what is most important about these results of this study, a very interesting study in fact, are that the news are that we can actually make a difference, and our relationship and our conversations and the words that we release and the interaction that we have with our partner is significantly important and imperative. We can actually influence our ability to function sensually or sexually. We can actually influence our aging process. We can actually affect everything that has to do with our functionality, with our appearance, and with our relationship. So pay attention to what you're saying. Pay attention to the way you manage your even arguments or disagreements, and be there. And as I always say, lead with love, send love, and you'll receive love. And this is my loving message for today. Hopefully this answers your question, Jonathan, and everybody. Keep sending your wonderful questions. I enjoy them very much, and I promise I'll relate to all of them. And until then, stay sexy and subscribe. I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.